What is up, my friends? Welcome to what this was always meant to be. So, yeah, I'm sort of springing this on everybody, watching him as he's in his phone. We are, if you haven't recognized it, not in my little Model 3 right now. We are in Maximus, thanks to an incredibly generous contribution from a viewer. We have the chance to experience this in my natural habitat, doing rideshare with customers here in Florida. Now, this isn't my very first time driving this thing. I've been in it once early on with my new best bud, Patrick. Mad thanks and shout out to him for making this thing a possibility, making this experience a possibility. We're over here in Tampa right now. I am actually going to run over to probably a supercharger. We're charged up and all, which is fine, but I'm going to actually go ahead and select this. We'll make this our first little FSD drive on version 13.2.8. At least I'm pretty sure. We'll double check that that's the version we're on. This is just a really quick intro video, just showing off this beautiful piece of machinery here. Now, yeah, we are on 13.2.8, which is perfectly fine. We're going to make a run over here to the supercharger. We're going to go ahead and turn on FSD, which, oh, actually, hang on. Since we're in my profile in here for the first time, I probably need to give everything a go-ahead. No, it all looks good. I'm going to set that to my 30% there. We'll do expand full self-driving visualization. Cool, cool, cool. Get rid of that. Turn that on. There's our full expanded. I wonder, can we move? Yeah, we can move that up there. Cool, I like that a little bit better. So we're gonna let Maximus here get us to the supercharger. And the goal for today, you know, day one of doing this, we're gonna get as many customers as we can and really get an experience of both version 13 FSD with upgraded hardware, but also the experience and the reaction of picking people up in a Cybertruck. I have got this thing all officially approved on Lyft. It's been an incredible experience working with Patrick. I am so excited for this to be reality here and to experience this myself. You know, I seem probably pretty composed right now, but on the inside, I am a kid at Christmas, man. I am so geeked out. But I'm also in good stewardship mode, you know, or being a good parent, making sure that Maximus here is in good hands with me. Man, getting used to how that feels with four-wheel steering is going to take some time. Not in a bad way, it's interesting. It feels like I'm pivoting right under my butt versus the typical way it feels, you know, when you're actually steering a vehicle. I need to actually make a quick adjustment to my port mirror here. We're going to bring that up a bit. Starboard's looking, wow. Sorry guys, left and right. I've been playing a lot of Star Citizen and a lot of ship stuff, so I'm very much in the naval port starboard sort of mindset, which kind of feels accurate in this thing. Super quiet, super comfortable, very natural feeling of FSD, even in such a big vehicle like this. Okay, it's one way. I was like, wow, we are cutting in here pretty tight. I always wondered how full self-driving would feel in a different car. You know, I felt it in our Model Y to get a bit of a different experience with what it's like to be in something other than my Model 3 that I've been used to for so long. And then even in my initial ride with Patrick over the weekend, it picked up without a hitch. You know, FSD felt incredibly natural, felt really good. It didn't have any loss of confidence in me or cause a feeling of it. So I'm gonna probably adjust this camera a little bit, maybe move it to the left so we can, actually that's sitting pretty good. Gotta make sure I've got a good camera set up too. So this is a little bit off for this first initial video. I do apologize. I think this middle camera is probably good, but I wanna make sure it's not like blocking customers that might be in the car. Let's see how we do this, because we got this little curb bump here and wow, we went around it. Didn't even touch it. Insane. This thing feels alien. And I love the sound, the whirring of the electric motors. You know, being a car guy, being a gearhead, I love being able to hear your powertrain and hear the engine and such. And when it comes to EVs, I love the electronic whir in the motors. That almost what I've always related to sounding like Iron Man charging up his glove before he blasts. And you really get that sense through this thing. I have got to wipe off these glasses. They are incredibly blurry. We're just going to take those off for now. First impressions of driving in a Cybertruck are absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, I know a lot of people can't get around the way these things look, but, you know, the funny part, I don't know, maybe you guys can vibe with this too. You spend 99.9% of your time with your car right here, inside. Let me tell you, this is freaking beautiful. It's so spacious and open and awesome. And yeah, I'm biased to Cybertruck and high-tech stuff and bleeding edge tech, but it's just the actual feeling, the ergonomics, the placement of the what we call the squircle. I like sitting pretty close, kind of cockpit view, like when you're racing and such. So I'm probably a little bit closer than most people. And I'm also always thinking about giving maximal space to people behind me in my Model 3. Not as much of a concern in this thing, obviously. But that's another thing I'm looking forward to getting my feedback on from customers. I want to know what they think of the inside versus the outside, how it feels to be in, get the overall feel of your normal people. I'm going to be running this thing through Tampa, probably Sarasota, down in the countryside in Bartow, maybe over to Orlando, wherever we get our customers. He's ready to get on the throttle, but Maximus has it, man. He's doing a good job. Good stuff. And we're staying in this lane, which is cool. I actually really dig this rear view mirror here. That is really awesome. This is my technically not my first drive. We did a little around the neighborhood sort of thing, showing it off. But this is going to be my first real-time bonding with this vehicle and actually using it like this. And with what I do, there's a good chance that a couple of days with Cybertruck, and I'll have a more intimate understanding of this vehicle than probably even the average owner. And that's not meant to be a dig or anything. That's just because of what I do, of how much I'm on the road and how into the testing that I get. And what better vehicle to do it in? Patrick showed me a couple of really cool things that I'm looking forward to seeing in action. Like, you can actually activate a setting on the Cybertruck to when you go in park, it drops down. And that is going to be really great for people who are a little vertically challenged or might struggle getting up into this thing, and then, letting it auto adjust and everything while you're on the go. See how this corner feels. It's such a sharp corner, but this thing just takes it like you're in a little Honda. The turn radius is nuts. Wow. I love it. I love it. These are some pretty simple streets, but kind of tight residential area of Tampa. As far as how long I'm going to have the truck, I am trying to be as little an inconvenience. We got some fun stuff coming up here, construction, to Patrick as possible. He's an incredible guy, very much into Tesla and SpaceX, and for the mission, advancing the understanding of Tesla and what Cybertruck can do. And his inspiration for teaming up with me is that exposure of showing your everyday people what this thing is and how Tesla is as a company to technology by using the wildest thing they have in an everyday setting. And I'm here for it. I'm gonna make all the content I can around this, and I am excited to do this as long as he is excited to do this. So no time limits or caps or anything on what we're gonna do. We got a few little ideas that I'm gonna keep in the idea bank between him and I for now, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm incredibly excited. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your questions for me, you fellow Cybertruck owners out there, and you hardware for people out there on version 13, because that's another beautiful thing. I am going to be inputting this data, working with my buddy Elias on X, to submit FSD data to my dashboard with the RoboTaxi stuff and everything. So we're about to compare version 13.2.8 to 12.6.4 out of the Model 3. And what bigger separation and comparison can you think of between a 2020 standard range Model 3 on version 3 hardware, 12.6.4, compared to a 2024 Tesla Cybertruck rocking hardware 4 on version 13.2.8? So yeah, I'm a little pumped. And there is our supercharger, but I think it's going to carry us through here. I'm just going to supervise. We got a couple pedestrians here, but I think Maximus is going to take it. No, he's going to wait. Now we got a bit of an awkward situation. I'm gonna be a good steward and actually just kind of back up just to be nice, which I might not have had to do, honestly, but I wanted to be a good neighbor around these parts. Always a good steward when you're practicing or testing with FSD. Don't be inconvenient or rude to people around you. Incredibly smooth vibes so far. This feels really great. It might make more sense just to go through that turn lane over there, because we got a bit of traffic coming, and I know my nose is shorter than I think it is. I'm gonna have to get used to my little bubble here driving. Oh, we got time. After this BMW, we'll just punch it across real quick. If you would hurry up. There we go. Perfect. And it'd be cool. I really look forward to getting the opinions of, oh man, the whole point was to go somewhere where I could use the restroom. So I'm gonna end up having to pivot out of here because Maximus is all charged up. We don't actually need to charge. So that's fine. I'm gonna actually conclude this video here so I can find myself a good little Wawa. Hey, we got another Cybertruck here. But yeah, let me know, guys, what you're thinking. We also got a performance Model 3. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. My brain is all over. Again, I'm excited. Lots of good content to come with this thing. I love how it feels, how it drives. I love the little squircle, man, and how easy it is to control. But yep, that is it for this one, my friends. Look forward to the rest. I will catch you in the next one. Take care.